Now you have watched a movie and you have seen the programmer doing his stuff on the computer, and you're just like, oh my god, I need to learn coding and programming. But you are sitting there and you don't know how you can start your coding and programming journey, or you are sitting there and you don't know which is the first language that you should learn. Now in this episode, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to teach you how to start your journey that will help you become productive in your coding process or in your coding journey. How? If you start with the wrong language, then you're going to give up. And if you start with the right language, then you're going to proceed. So which is the first language that you should learn as a beginner programmer? Stay tuned in this tutorial, because let me tell you something. The choice that you will make when it comes to languages, it will either determine, are you going to be in this thing for the long run, or are you going to give up and go back to watching your movie and just fascinating about what the programmer is doing. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode. Now I know maybe you're saying that I should tell you to start with C++ or Rust or Java. No, that is not the case, because I know they're cool languages, they're the best, especially if you are a pro developer in those languages. Then you may be like, oh my god, this is the best language. But all those people start with easier languages. So what language should you start with as a computer programmer or as a computer coder? Now I'm going to tell you this. The best language that you can start with is HTML and CSS. Yeah, get it, HTML and CSS. Some of the people may tell you that, okay, those are not programming languages, but at least they give you an idea about what the coding system looks like. They give you an idea how you can use your IDE. They can give you an idea of how to use your coding editor without you giving up, because they're easy. So they make it fun for you to enjoy coding. Now after you learn that, then you're gonna be planning to move on to the next language, which is JavaScript. JavaScript is a web developer language that is used on top of HTML and CSS to just make the web development things so easier when it comes to animation, when it comes to everything. You can learn JavaScript, then after JavaScript you can learn TypeScript. Now I know that is the fun of front-end development. Now back-end engineers are asking yourselves, what about us people who are doing backend? What about us people who want to deal with data? What about us people who want to deal with the infrastructure? What about us people who want to deal with authentication? Now I got you, my guys. Listen to this. If you want to start backend development, then the best language that you can start with is Python. Now Python is loved around the world, and it is among the most used languages because it is so simple to learn, simple to use, and simple to write their code. So if you want to be a backend engineer and you are looking for a language to start with, then I do tell you, start with Python. Now after learning Python, then you can move on to languages such as Java, C++. Like now C is in another league. There's a difference between C and C++. But if you start with C, but people do say that if you learn C, then you will know how a computer works and how the code works, because C is the mother of most of the languages. So guys, you may be planning to do that, but follow the system. You can learn Java and then learn languages such as C# or C.NET, then learn languages such as C++, and now you can go down the ecosystem, Ruby on Rails. There are a lot of languages. It's up to you to determine what you want to do with the language and then choose it and learn it. So guys, I think with that you can get the motivation of what you want to do and what is the correct language that you want to learn. Because if you make the wrong mistake, then you shall never become a coder or a programmer. Now you may keep on fantasizing, but I'm telling you, these are someone who has developed systems for the last 4 years, and I've had the necessary experience to also share my way, especially as a self-taught programmer. I have had my way to the top. So I'm giving you this so that you can also in kind of a way use it to start your journey. Bye bye.